Yeah. Yo, X, I told you I got you, nigga. Yeah. This is what we do. Yeah. Round one. Four corners. Yeah. Four corners. Let's go. Four corners. Come and check the side of the ring. It's four corners. Never lazy till you sick and get crazy. Four corners. Illuminate the crazy and surf. It's four corners. Like it's crazy about to blow up the mark. It's four corners. Come and check the side of the ring. It's four corners. Never lazy till you sick and get crazy. Four corners. Illuminate the crazy and surf.
Y'all know what it is and who it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boxing fans of all ages, we back again. It's your host, Fight Night Dex, Four Corners Boxing, 12 rounds of boxing, and I got my co-host here by my side. I must introduce him to you again. Let him know. Oh, you didn't know? It's the heavyweight champion of the world. Don't get clucked by one of those shits. It's just the size of my head, dog. Like
a bear paw.
Got the maniac over here. Keep a header to the left of me, man. Fight Night Sean. Going wild. Oh, man. Oh. The cameras was like everywhere, man. The cameras was everywhere. You hear me? 40 Cent, you behind the film, man. Of course, man. James, just doing what we do, man. And the one and only,
man.
What's
good, man?
Y'all
already know what it is.
You know.
My guys.
My brother.
Appreciate you.
Shaking my ninjas.
Shaking
my ninjas.
My guy right here.
Send me a text.
Across the pond.
Text emoji.
Across the pond.
You know what I mean?
Tell him you're going across the pond.
Yeah, definitely.
Big Mo, man. Big Mo.
My brother right
It's
here.
my
All
dog
my
right
brothers,
here.
my
It's
brothers.
my dog right here, man. Mo go hard, you heard me? You give him your number, he's gonna call, dog. You hear me?
No, he is, though.
You kicking down the door, you hear me? Don't have him kick down your door, man.
Business, man. Business.
Won't be banging on your office door like boom, 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 boom. Where them tickets at you said you had for us?
And he also knocked with the tickets, too. He also got the tickets on deck.
Oh, man.
Whatever you looking for, man, email Big Mo,
What we
man,
getting
for
into
real.
this week, man?
We getting into it all. We had another good weekend of boxing here in New York City. We had another good weekend of boxing throughout the sport. Minneapolis, Minnesota, of course, Killer, Angie, Nana, the whole family.
Congrats to the fam.
Down there, over there, holding
Congrats to the
down.
fam on the union.
You feel me? The Armory was on deck as well this past weekend. PBC making a lot of noise. PBC making a lot of noise.
Move. Shaking up the room.
Woo.
Shaking up the room.
Shout out to RP Pop Smoke, though. Woo.
Yo, they carrying 2023 on their back very strong, man.
Yo, Uncle Al's on some
Different.
Uncle Al's quiet,
on a
man.
mission.
No,
he's just quiet, man.
Yeah,
like,
but, you know,
making things happen quietly,
make heavy moves.
He's extorting politely. A polite extorter.
Listen,
Hey,
man,
Canelo, how about 100
he
million
won
for
in.
3
You know what I'm
fights?
saying? If it's a nickel bag sold in the park, you know, he needs in right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
man.
any fight,
You
he
got
won
it.
in.
Tank and Canelo in the same house?
That's crazy.
That's part of the list.
That's crazy. Yo,
Part of the list.
It's on the list. It's on the
We
list.
can keep
It's
naming
on the
it. We can name the rest on the stable.
Let's get it
PBC?
popping.
Woo.
Round one.
They coming for smoke.
Round one. Who picks off this week?
Uno.
Uno.
You
You
know.
heard?
I think this-
You got 16 for us? You got 16 for us to start this joint?
Hold on. Before that though, man, shout out the work of my guys this weekend. All my guys was doing
Man behind the film, man.
Yes,
Man behind the film, you heard?
Corner pockets.
shots.
James.
40
Central.
I'm talking about sniping.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about
Elite sniper.
Elite work.
picture.
Elite work.
Elite. Like, it was crazy. Y'all can check those pictures out. Corner pocket shots.
He was catching shots with sweat dripping as it's going down your face.
He wasn't looking at me. I was talking to him. He wouldn't even look at me, but he was talking to me, you heard?
Slow shot the cameraman, but that would have been pause on their show. You know? Pause. I ain't gonna lie. Suspect already. Now, shout out to my guys, man. Shout out to X. As always, man, out there in the fucking
Madison Square Garden.
X, you was
Maniac.
my brother.
For sure.
Madison Square Garden.
For sure.
2 weeks back to, well, no, about weeks, but twice this month.
We got to salute each other's work, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the team.
Absolutely.
Castle Hill Gil. Shout out to Castle Hill Gil.
Man, we
Shout
was
out to
out there.
Lies. Shout out
Lies.
to Mick.
Mick.
They was in the building as
James.
well. AG,
AG
Boxing,
Corner Man.
Marcos.
Man,
Yeah,
We was
shout out
running around the building,
Shout
man.
out that good energy, that good work.
We was running
man.
around the building,
Shout
all
out
the
that
fellas,
good
man.
work,
Maestro, shout out to
Yeah.
Maestro. I met Maestro. Maestro's a cool dude. I mean, we seen each other, we know each other, but we really chopped it up
And if
this
y'all was
weekend.
really tuned in, y'all seen my boy on the zone
the
live.
zone at the end, getting that
Live,
work.
not like the
Getting
replay
that-
version.
like right there.
Live.
Shout
Putting
out to
that
the
work
chosen
in,
one,
4 corners,
EB, baby, Eddie
40
Hearn,
Central.
Matchroom Boxing,
So I just wanted
man.
to set it off
yeah.
with that.
We set it off in the right spot, man. Shout out to Matchroom Boxing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Edgar Berlanga and Jason Quigley. They
Yeah.
put on for us in Madison Square
they
Garden
did,
this
they
past
did.
weekend. Uno, you know with Sue and Din. Talk to me, dog. Hold on, let me give you your 60 seconds on the clock. Fellas, I'm gonna give everybody a little love on this, of course, because it is the main event where we
Yeah.
start the show. Do your thing,
So,
Uno.
first off, shout out Quigley. Came to fight. Made the fight interesting and made it tough enough for Berlanga to have to show us something. And that's what we all wanted to see, right? We wanted to see him show us something. And we also said he needed what? One of the O's, either a TK
KO.
or a KO. And he got that.
You got some KDs. You
got
got some
some-
KDs.
you got some
You got
knockdowns.
KO, you got KDs. Knocked down.
Four for them.
Four
One
corners.
of them was he took a knee, but he needed the help. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Berlanga, shout out to you. You did your thing. Step up from your last few fights. Still need work. Footwork.
Yeah.
Body work.
Yeah.
Naturally strong, bro.
Yeah.
Naturally. It's just you don't even have to
Solid.
try to hit hard. So if you just place these shots in the right place,
10 seconds.
it'll be easy work for you almost every time. So good work this weekend.
Copy.
For
Yeah.
real.
Berlanga did his thing, but I thought he didn't throw enough jabs that I'm seeing here. He
Yeah.
threw 278 jabs and landed 63. Quigley in around the same numbers, 229 to 52 landed. Good fight, man. Sean, real quick, I got 60 seconds to split between you and Mo real quick. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
And let's give the chosen one your thoughts on Saturday night. You was there with me live as well.
Yes, sir.
Get him.
Well, for Berlanga, solid performance. He came in. He showed us something. He showed us poise. He showed us that he might have an identity now. He was all over the place his last 3 fights. But this fight, he came in and he wasn't rushing nothing. He took what Quigley gave him. This is why he was able to score those 4 knockdowns. The last round, he turned that heat up. And what I liked about it was the stamina. Because when you start to fight these big time, stronger, better fighters, you better be in condition.
He could go 12. He's done it
You
the
better
past
be in
4
condition
fights, yeah.
because if not, these
going the
Europeans
distance.
will put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Billy
They
Jones,
rock you
the
to
John
sleep.
Riders,
For real.
John Ryder.
Triple G, he might be old, but he can put you to sleep.
10 seconds.
Regardless of the fact, Berlanga, solid performance. My man Uno pretty much in the nutshell said it. More jab, more body shots, got to work on that footwork. But I think he's getting better, and I'm eager to see who's next on the list for him.
Big Mo, the heavyweight champion of the world.
My baby strap. My baby strap.
Talk to me, Big Mo.
Nothing much more to say. Just piggyback off what Maniac and Uno said. Good performance. You know, I'm surprised that he performed as well as he did. Being off for a year, you know, the injury that he came off of with the torn bicep. Sometimes that it makes a fighter timid on certain things they want to do in the ring because they're still conscious of re-injuring that body part that they injured. But he was poised. He was patient, which I did like. I saw a lot of patience in there. He has natural power. You just gotta utilize your power in certain aspects of the game. Utilize the jab more. Work the body. You definitely gotta work the body more. And
Against Munguia, you're going to have to work that
yeah,
body.
against those, like you said, against bigger guys that are stronger, that's more developed, that has more fights, it has to get where you're gonna have to switch up the game plan. But good performance, solid performance. I would rate it about a C+. You only get better from here. Hopefully your next fight, we get to see more a change in your game, and we get to see more in your tool bag. And listen to the corner, because you did say you didn't listen to your corner enough, which you should listen to your corner. because they're seeing things that you might not be able to see that the person you're going against. But solid performance overall.
Berlanga's 21-0 now, 16 knockouts. He has gone the distance these last couple fights, so he can go the distance. We know that.
Yeah.
The power, we know that. The star potential to pack a house, you know what I'm saying? To bring the crowd out and bring the eyes out. We know that. He has to let his hands go again. Like everybody, let your hands go. Just let your hands go again. Let your hands go again, because in the rounds he did, we saw damage being done.
Right.
Quigley
Good things
was
happen.
hurt. Yeah. Quigley was on the bike. Quigley did. I was watching that joint front row. Quigley landed his shots too, and Berlanga got a blockhead, man. With boot. And he took those as well.
Right.
Chased him around.
Gotcha.
Popped the jab against Munguia. You're gonna have to work the body. He landed 162 total shots. He threw 487, and it really didn't even look like he threw that many punches.
Nah, that didn't.
Because for like round 7 to 11, he went dry.
At all.
And then 12th round, he said, James was there with me. He was like, yo, I woke up. I was like, damn, hold up, I'm bugging out. I gotta make a move. And I gotta make it fast. And 2 more knockdowns scored into the final round to secure him a victory. Let's move on to the second round.
You can't do that against better fighters. You can't do that against a Munguia and those guys, because they'll try to make you
let's
punished.
talk about that. Maniac, we'll give you the strap, man. We're gonna continue the Berlanga flow. 60 seconds on the clock. Munguia or Triple G. Eddie Hearn. Berlanga was talking about, Berlanga wants Munguia. Eddie Hearn says Triple G is also on the table as well.
Well, we spoke about this many times on this show, that all across the board, the fight that makes the most sense for Berlanga at 168 is Jaime Munguia, Edgar Berlanga. First of all, the obvious reason. Puerto Rican, Mexican. It's the biggest rivalry in boxing. It's a very hated rivalry. The respect is there. But once you get those two in there, man, it's war. And Berlanga and Munguia has those kind of styles, right? I mean, Munguia, he's more offensively gifted to me. He's the bigger fighter. But I think that's the perfect fighter for Berlanga, because he's going to be there to get hit all night. And Berlanga got that equalizer. So he better be ready. That's a fight that I don't see going the distance if it happens, but that's the fight that I want to see. That's the fight that should be next. They both fight on the zone, so there's absolutely should be no problem making that fight.
Yeah, that's an in-house fight, right?
We've been talking about it. You know, I've been saying that joint from the get-go. But Triple G also name came up in the mix this weekend. That sells out the Garden as well. Triple G's been done this, and we don't know what's gonna happen. He relinquished his titles. Like, what's gonna happen? Eddie says that Triple G still for the right price, and the right price is Edgar Berlanga. They're gonna do numbers at the Garden. The zone's gonna crack the bank on this shit. Madison Square Garden, they holding it down. Regardless of the fact that Munguia, we want it in the Garden as well. Munguia does tickets in Cali. You know what I'm saying? He does tickets in Vegas. He does his numbers out west.
Man, he kind of gonna come out.
But Madison Square Garden is where you gotta come to see this at. We will get back to the zone boxing. Well, no, excuse me. More on the talks of the politics of the zone boxing and where the future's going. We'll get to that in a minute. We're going to stay with actual matchroom boxing. We're going to stay on the zone boxing. We're going to go on to the third round because we're going to talk heavyweight boxing with the heavyweight champion of the world. I try to tell y'all, man, y'all don't hear me though, huh? Y'all don't hear me though till you see it happen, man. Till Big Mo's knocking on your motherfucking door, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It's too late.
Kalinowski and Cusimano, man. Cusimano, that's my man. I seen Cusimano. I took a picture of Cusimano. Cusimano, congratulations. Cusimano, man, the Italian stallion, man. They got it on. They threw fists.
Let's talk about it.
Boys hit the floor, right?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, Mo. 60 seconds on that co-main event on the zone last Saturday night.
Great event. Great fight. That's a heavyweight fight that I was just, you didn't know which way it was going to go. You didn't know where it was going to go. This had momentum. This one had momentum. You know, I've seen Kalinowski a couple of times in Barclay. Like he's been down there.
We've had him for years, man.
Even when they was letting him fight on the midnight card after the main event is done. You know what I'm saying? We stood and watched the fight. But let's give credit where it's due to his opponent that won. The big Sicilian. My boy came through there looking like a transformer. Italian division.
From Connecticut.
Nah, man, listen, bro. He put in work, bro. He put in work, solid chin, game plan, and it was just a back and forth fight. Like it was just an exciting heavyweight fight. Good to see it. Both of them look gassed out. Most heavyweights don't last too long just because of the durability and their size and the power, but it was a good fight. Kalinowski said he's going to retire after this. If he does, salute to you, champ. You had a great career. You've been in this fight game for many, many
That'd
years.
be a good idea.
And if this is the way you want to go out, go out with all your senses and your mobilities, being able to talk and speak. So shout out to you and big win for the Sicilian fan club because y'all got something serious over there with this dude.
Yeah, good. They can make something out of Cusimano.
Cusimano's a big boy.
Listen, he come to fight.
He coming to scrap, boy.
You're right, man.
He scored the knockdown.
Been taking a lot of shots. And we ain't talking about Patron.
For real though.
He just need to call it a day, man.
Yeah, man, he had a good career.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Good career.
Yeah, exciting. He threw. He's one of the.
He cooked that Barclay for years.
He's one of the heavyweights in boxing that throw the most punches around. He come to fight. You can never be mad.
Him and Ariola.
They broke the record.
That's straight.
They broke the record in a good way. Fucking Pro Grace and Zarilla. Fucking now you show that fight to your daughter, your son when you want them to go to sleep. They're gonna put them to sleep.
I'm gonna swing this round back over here to the Maniac because he was very, very happy with what he saw on PBC Showtime with Adames and J-Rock. Controversy over there, we'll get to that, but they had another stacked card over there. Showtime, PBC, shout out. We got they making
round number 4.
Yo, they making big news out there, man. Round number 4, yeah. You heard? Y'all got round number 4 to start it off.
4.
Showtime PBC, Carlos Adames, el Dominicano, WBC interim middleweight champ. Julian J-Rock Williams, Philly. They got it on. What's happening, Maniac? You got 60 seconds on the clock. Talk that shit you was telling me, man.
Man, listen, what a fight. First of all, something you don't see in boxing is Dominican fighters, right?
They making it.
Adames, they coming. And Adames is for real, for 160, right? Not gonna call this guy a top 10 fighter, but at 160, he is a beast. But now that fight, man, J-Rock, he from Philly, that Philly spirit. They come, they bring it.
Yeah, man.
They don't back down from nobody.
Yeah.
But man, Adames was putting sauce to those ribs. A1. What else they got out there?
What's the sauce?
Shit was like summertime out there. I could smell it.
Summertime out here.
It was summertime Saturday.
Summertime out here.
And J-Rock fought. J-Rock fought good, man. He was there. He was in the fight. People were saying it was a controversial stoppage. I mean, how I look at it is he was going to go eventually. Either the 10th or the 11th. It was a 9th round TKO. J-Rock, listen, my brother, you that dude. Every time I talk to you, you a cool dude. But yeah, Adames, he gave you that mango, papi. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
With the sausage
He might have to put a Kalinowski.
Yeah, he might. And not only that, J-Rock 0-2 against Dominicans.
Think about
Rosario.
Rosario.
We were there at that fight. We saw Jason Rosario.
After that fight, he was like, wow.
Jason Rosario.
said, wow.
He didn't know what hit him.
Wow.
He got hit with the sausage and the mango.
That nigga with the fried salami.
Real quick.
He said, what? He said, no.
Oh, shit.
He said,
they be having those shits too with the salami.
They said, stop playing with us. We don't only play baseball, man. We coming up, but
Adames almost stopped him in the 4th round as well.
Yeah.
It was a big 4th round. Adames was putting beats on J-Rock. J-Rock fights like this though, like You know he
always
but he
looks-
fights back. You gotta kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Julian J. Rock Williams, Carlos
word.
Adames. Controversy or not, he's still the WBC
Interim.
middleweight
Got one of them
champion.
belts. Got one of them.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
and
the-
he
you
might
got
be
the-
he might be
the little
full
belt,
champ.
the little one.
He might be full champ if Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal, you got it right.
Jamal.
You got it
Yeah.
right. You got it right.
Finally. Off the bat. Jamal.
We got a lot of news on the Lions
Lot
from
of
Houston as well. We're
news.
gonna get to it though. We're gonna keep rocking with
Moving
PBC. We're gonna keep rocking the PBC. I'm gonna swing this one back to the heavyweight champ because he also was like, wow. Boxing is on their feet. X, did you see Erickson Lubin? Erickson Lubin. That's how you pronounce his
Yes,
name.
yes, yes.
Erickson
Erickson
Lubin.
Lubin.
With
You
a
know what I'm
K.
saying? I be getting them mixed up.
Yeah,
with.
no, with an E.
Erickson.
Erickson.
I be calling him Eric Lubinson.
No.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And Richard Hitchens. Richard Hitchens. It's Richardson
It's
Hitchens.
Richard. It's Richard.
Richard
Hitchens. Richard
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hitchens.
Like, I get those joints confused all the
Erickson
time back and
Lubin.
forth.
Erickson Lubin. Richard
Eric
Hitchens.
Lubin. Erickson Lubin.
Erickson Lubin. Just
There
pause.
you go.
Erickson Lubin.
He got it on with Louis Arias, man. 154 pounds. Lubin is a beast in the division. If you can't crack him, Mo, if you can't put him out, if you can't put a stop to him, he calls him they call him the hammer. He's
hammer, for real.
He
Yep.
calls it sledge and hammer. He calls him sledge and hammer. That's what he calls his two fists. He puts beats on cats. He only has 2 defeats. They were by stoppage. Again, I say again, Louis Arias talk a lot of shit. They was talking a lot of shit. Talk that shit.
Oh yeah, he was talking spicy. Shout out to Erickson Lubin, man. One of the most underrated guys in the weight class. I definitely respect him. I'm a fan of his. He definitely puts in work. Don't let the 2 losses that he had fool you, because they were to 2 good fighters. But Arias, yeah, he made a check his ass couldn't cash, because he definitely got smoked. He got smoked, and I'm talking about like. Yeah, barbecue status. In there.
Who could smoke? Who could smoke?
Who could smoke? Like, for real. Like, it was competitive. He just showed, like, look, I am that guy. I am a person to watch out for, and I will be a world champion. And it was just showing the pure domination. He was just the body work, the distance, going inside, catching him. He actually caught him with, if I'm not mistaken, it was an overhand. I believe it was an overhand right that he caught him. He caught him right here on the temple. And
Stopped him right at the bell.
he just got him. Bow. And that was
Lost
it.
count for a minute.
Lights went out, and that was all it took. And referee didn't have much to do after that.
He got up at the 9-10. 9-10. Like, people, he's like, nah, I beat the count.
5, 7,
Yeah,
8, 3.
He still didn't know where he was at. It looked like he was on the floor praying still. Like,
That was an early one, right? 5th round knockout? That
Yes,
was a 5th
fifth
round
round, fifth
he
knockout.
got him.
5th round KO.
But you
'Cause he
can't
counted
blame
at
it
10.
because, you know, you're still down there. The ref's number one job is safety.
Correct.
If you're still down there while I'm doing that, I'm about to hit a 8-10 count, and I'm at 9 and you're still on the floor, you jumping up like that? Nah, I'm already done. Once I'm at 10, it's over. The ref did a good job. People said it was an early stoppage controversy. No.
That happened a lot in Minneapolis last week. Again, shout out to Minneapolis, Twin City, the Armory.
Armory.
Awesome arena.
You've been out there a couple times.
Yeah. No, I went down there once for Super and Matis this
Yeah,
past
we
year,
gotta
but
go,
I do
man.
plan to return over there because that is a really good arena.
They treat you
And
real good out
and
there,
not
man.
only that, I
So-
noticed
so-
that because let's be real, look who the main event was. A Dominican from Dominican Republic, not from the States, and a Philly fighter headlining in Minnesota. So that's becoming like a mini
It's
garden.
the home of
Yeah.
David Morrell. David Morrell
David
has
Morrell
headlined.
from there.
Jamal
We're talking
James.
about-
Dave Morrell
He's
is
been
on
talking
James.
about it.
And they
He's
talking
been
about
talking
trying to
about
Different
it.
markets, these different markets.
BBC has a very good hub over
In-
there at the
in
Armory.
Minneapolis.
Yes,
And I think that's-
and it's bigger than Hulu Theater. That's bigger
part
than
of-
Hulu Theater.
I think that's part of what we was talking about too. And it's crazy because it just came to mind, a light bulb. How we was talking about Al, the reemergence of, and the way he's locking these fighters in. The different markets, I think that's a strategy right
come
now.
from
That might be a
different
strategy
It's a team.
for them. I think that's the way that they're attacking it right now. They're gonna have fighters in every market where they're able to go. They don't need the Vegas. They can go to Minnesota. They could go here. They could go over there and make it especially in these mini markets where they're not used to the extravaganzas, they're not used to the lights, the glamour.
They're gonna sell out.
You know what I mean?
Because it's not something that comes
ain't
all the
shit
time.
going
to that-
else.
Regis Progress just got a homecoming.
Ain't nothing else happening in
Clarissa
town.
Shields just got a homecoming.
Yeah.
Baby Anderson's getting a homecoming.
And even
Coming
though
Put these guys in their cities and let them make money in
or
their
even
towns.
not so, you could become a star in another city and they can adopt
Exactly.
you. They can adopt you.
And that's what
Yeah.
we're around.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Klitschko, where he's from.
Ukraine.
Yeah, we know.
And which country?
You should fight in Germany.
There you go.
Exactly.
He was the fucking
Mhm.
sellout.
Exactly.
They selling everything out. You
Exactly.
understand? And I know it's close, but where Danny's from? He's from Philly. But where he sold out the Barclays.
Exactly.
They wasn't playing.
They
They
love him
wasn't
in New York.
fighting in the Phillies. The
Philadelphia 76ers arena,
Yeah,
which they
yeah.
should be doing, man. Should have
They
done that
got
a long
fighters.
time ago.
Philly got a stable, man.
Uncle Al, Philly, hit Philly. They was in the World Series. They was in the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the Sixers always busting ass, man. And you got a lot of Philly. Al, Philly. Let's go
But
to
it's
the
not
Sixers
wrong. I see
arena.
the market though, because Philly's right there.
Yeah.
It's like
PA get busy with boxing completely, man. The whole fucking
Listen,
state.
they already, you know,
Drive it down.
They made it happen. They already took
Hold
over
on, hold on.
DC.
Let's get back
So,
over here, fellas.
yeah,
Let's get, because they
Uno.
listening, they watching, and then they start
Yeah.
doing it, and they don't call us
Yeah.
back to be like, yo, my niggas is
Yeah,
right.
man.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
all right. It's
Four
all right.
corners know what they was talking about.
I
On
got
that
Ray
card,
Donovan on the case.
Fernando
saying?
Martinez. Fernando Martinez opened up that card. 60 seconds to Fernando Martinez, 115-pound champion, right?
Junior bantamweight.
Junior bantamweight, man. From Argentina, this is my Donna's low, man.
Yo, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you about this little dude, man. Martinez, he's a fighter. He doesn't pack a punch. He's not known for his power, but he fights like he got power. He goes in there. He's like a little Tasmanian devil. And Argentinians is known to crack, right? You know, remember Sergio Martinez, Marcos Maidana.
Lucas Matisse.
Matisse.
Lucas
Lucas
Matisse.
Matisse. Rumor has it, Broner still get nightmares from today, from the Madonna beating. But anyway, man, Martinez for Filipino, Jay Bonilla, and man, they both brought it to the point where Martinez swelled his ear. He gave him the motherfucking
It broke his eardrum, yeah,
cauliflower.
Broke his eardrum.
That shit popped like a piñata.
He said he
I
heard
said,
it
oh
pop.
shit. And he was leaking, man. He's a champion at 115, at junior bantamweight, that he is a problem. Argentina, don't cry for me, Argentina. But he's there. Bro. He is there. He's for real. And whenever he fights, the maniac gonna be watching.
I'm watching too,
Yeah,
bro.
real.
That dude, he beat Jerwin and Cajas twice, back to back. He will beat you down, and he beat Jonas down, man.
Yeah.
And Cajas was to him in 12, bang bangs, but he beat the shit out of my boy Jerwin, yo. For real, Jerwin was my dude, man. This dude, Fernando Martinez, is to watch. And you know what else is to be watched? Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, is what needs to be watched, man. Uno, you know, I got some love for you over here, Uno.
Coming to my back.
You thought we forgot
Get back
about
in
you?
the booth.
Nah,
Oh,
nah,
you
let's
didn't
go.
know?
Get back in here.
Uno,
You
get
never
back in the
feel
booth.
forgotten when you're around the fam, you know?
Give it the
That's
belt.
it.
Get the strap. Put the strap on, bro.
strap.
In case you want to vacate.
I'm doing the fist like myself from
Radio Raheem.
Radio Raheem. Fight the power. Yeah, that's what we doing. Yo, Canelo, listen, man. You can talk whatever shit you want about the guy.
Hold on. Let me put you on the clock.
Nah, my
here,
boy,
Boy,
man.
Canelo, man.
Hold on, go ahead.
Canelo,
Boy, Canelo,
PBC,
man.
let's go.
Shout out to Canelo. He said, you know what, fuck it. They said I don't fight black fighters. They said I don't do this. They say I don't do that.
Yep.
You know what? I could do what I want. He did what he wanted. Yo, Al, holla at me. Matter of fact, start with that guy. And that guy is Charlo.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it's official.
Allegedly.
Jamal.
I mean, that's what they saying. It's official.
Legend.
And listen, all I gotta say to this is, Charlo, please, man. Don't come in there. You are a lion, but you're not going against no hyena. You're not going against no zebra. Like, listen, you're gonna need the toolbox, bro.
Yes.
This is what I've been saying about you specifically for the longest
And that was a
time.
rhino.
Jamal Charlo. Don't get in there thinking this man is a hyena.
The rhino versus the lion.
Because he's a different one, man.
10 seconds.
Canelo, shout to you for chasing greatness as you usually do.
Yes.
And shout to Floyd in, hindsight. Bang, yeah, we got to throw him in there. TBE, baby. You heard?
I had to throw that one. I like how you did that. I like how you did that one.
A little something, a little spite. You know what I mean?
He doing that counter hook.
Yeah, real quick.
We're going to bring
quick.
it back around to the Maniac, man. PBC, they now have Canelo Alvarez, they got Gervonta Davis, they got Earl Spence, they got the Charlos, they got Bud Crawford. Are they the face of boxing now? 2023 has been on the shoulders of PBC. Yeah, Al got all the fighters and he ain't doing nothing with them. He got all the fighters, man, and he's delivering pay-per-view after pay-per-view, bro.
My man got the spades hand. He got
Showtime PBC, let's go.
How many books he making with
Oh
that?
man, I mean, without a doubt, PBC got everybody. It's like having the P5, the Xbox 360, all the game consoles, and it's like, which one I want to play? Which one? You just it's an embarrassment of riches right now that PBC has. All the top fighters just about on the PBC stable. Now you ask someone like Canelo, right? 3 fight, 100 million. And like Uno said, oh, he don't want to fight the African American. Papi, he coming, papi.
Everybody gonna get their turn now.
Charlo, there you go, right?
Charlo's up
there
first.
You go. If you're gonna expose them, let's see.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Starts with that one.
But you got the Bud, you got Spence, you
10
got
seconds.
Gervonta Davis. Ay, Dios mío.
Still got Wilder.
They just Wilder.
Still got
my
Wilder.
God. It's just
crazy.
it's unfair.
Wilder Ruiz is being negotiated.
Yeah.
You gotta save
Like,
that. You gotta save the ammo for that
Charlo
one.
and Tszyu is coming. They saying the return of Keith One-Time Thurman is coming,
Oh
man.
man, what's
I'm
up
waiting.
with the time of one?
Yo, can we put out
What happened to the time of one?
Time of one.
listen.
Yo, listen,
Yo,
James.
throw it.
We gotta get
Yeah.
the milk carton.
Nah, for real.
We gotta get the milk carton.
APB.
Yo, is this a blackballing situation, fellas?
No,
calling right now.
no.
Is it, or is he just not?
Keith
That's
Ugas.
your
Keith Ugas, you heard?
Where he at?
I'll
Keith
take that.
Ugas. You take that?
He's answering it.
No?
Keith Ugas, bro. Send him
Yo.
to fight.
Oh man, undisclosed location as usual.
Oh, man.
Hey man, yo Keith, we looking for you, man.
Yo, Keith.
Because time is nil.
I heard he became a Taco Bell manager.
At this
Yeah,
rate,
he
he
gonna
gonna
suck.
he
He
gonna
won
collect
his
it.
last fight, right?
Yo.
He beat
Barrios.
Barrios. Decision.
Come on, man. Yo, we gotta get Keith back in the
Last
mix.
February.
Listen, at this rate, he gonna fight in the AARP league.
Oh man, don't do that.
Nah.
Listen, Keith been out for 50
Keith
years.
Keith Ugas. That's what we need
I'll
to see.
take that. I'll take
That-
that.
if he's
That'll
coming
be a
back,
good one.
he ain't gonna
Yeah,
fight Boots. He ain't gonna fight Boots.
Nah,
Not yet.
So fight,
Not
so
yet.
fight, so fight Ugas.
After
All right.
Ugas?
Because Ugas been getting money and he been putting on big fights too, and it's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Them ninjas could get money in Barclay
don't
all
want
day.
no smoke with
You know that
Boots.
fight could come to Barclay all
We
day,
in
and we
there.
doing numbers. PBC, get back in Barclay. I know y'all doing big things, man. I know
Bring it
you just
back.
locked down the biggest star. Now can you get back in the Barclay Center?
They gonna
Please,
have to.
Uncle
They
Al.
gotta get these fighters.
Please
fight.
and thank you, Uncle Al.
Charlo, Canelo,
That'd be
Barkley.
crazy.
Charlo,
Big Mo.
Canelo,
Yo, you know, I
Barclays.
just sent that to you.
Nah,
What the
that's
fuck is
gonna
this?
be
You
big.
know, that was
No,
Jedi
hell no.
Vegas or
Yeah.
Texas.
Hell no, that shit-
Yo,
We think we're the
that'd
same
be-
page.
in Texas,
Yeah.
that'd be big. Canelo.
Charlo, yeah. I heard they looking at that
Oh,
market.
yeah, nah,
I heard
Texas,
they looking at that
Texas,
market.
Charlo
Yeah.
from there,
And
Houston.
Canelo.
Canelo's
Rainbow
headline
right there.
in
Got
Houston and in Dallas.
It'll be in Dallas Stadium
Yeah, I
or
know.
either where the
Nah,
Rockets play.
yo, fuck it, man.
On to the next
Canelo's,
one.
yo, North Dakota.
But Caleb
Yeah,
Plant over
let's
there,
go.
ninja.
What the fuck they got out there, man?
Fargo?
Hold on, why they
Fargo?
got 2 Dakotas? You feel me? When it ain't nothing in one of them. North is enough. Yo, South, make South
Fargo?
Dakota.
What does
Fargo.
happen? over
Yo,
there? I
make
don't know.
South
What
I
happens?
tell
to
you,
Fargo.
there's only
Yo,
population like 50 people.
hold on.
ice
What
fishing.
happens up there? What
They don't want us to know.
Ice fishing.
We're gonna leave that alone.
Yo,
You know what I
Mo,
mean?
Shout out to the Dakotas.
Shout out to the Dakota.
I got some
Shout out to
smoke
the
for you right
Dakotas,
here,
man.
Mo.
Shout out to the Dakotas.
All right.
Round 10.
We leaving
We
it
moving into the heavyweight championships of the world
Championship
again.
round.
Big Mo. You know what I'm saying? Big Baby Anderson, top ranked boxing, Toledo, Ohio.
It's my guy.
He's getting a homecoming. It's a stacked card. Abdullah Mason, Jihad Tucker. We're gonna talk some more about it. But Big Mo, you run this heavyweight show, man, and you fucks with Big Baby Anderson heavy. So talk about it,
From
man.
day one,
Let's talk
I've been
about
telling everybody, watch out for this up and coming American heavyweight Who you talking about, Mo? Jared, the real, let's say it correctly,
Real big
the
baby.
real big baby.
That's
Not,
what it is,
not homie that was juicing.
Who's the fake one?
We talk about the homie that was juicing ain't the real one. We talk about my man
I heard he'd
from
be X-Men too.
Ohio. We talk about from Ohio,
Big baby?
real big baby, Anderson, you know what I'm saying? Up and coming, 14-0. Actually, do your research, we're gonna drop it for you. He has the highest knockout rate in all of boxing. 14 fights, 100%
14
knockouts. 14 knockouts, all 100% knockouts. Higher than Wilder and Tank right now. Don't want to miss this Saturday. Go see him. If you're in Toledo, Ohio, go purchase your tickets. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. He's fighting a veteran and Charles Martin.
Yeah.
Charles
10
Martin is no
seconds.
slouch. Charles Martin had legendary fights, win, lose, or draw. He's going to bring the pain as much as he could do, how much he'll last. But I got this by stoppage, TKO, and Jared's going to do what he do best, and that's put him to sleep, count the sheeps.
You got a late replacement in Charles Martin, which makes this a lot more
better.
hotter, man.
Yeah.
They're going to be cooking down there in Ohio.
And lately, those last minute fill-ins be
Those are dangerous.
They've been
Those are dangerous. You just saw that in this week with Oficio Flacco
Yeah.
from the Bronx.
Ofacio.
Ofacio.
Shout out to Ofacio, man.
7-day notice. Came in and looking
Yeah,
like,
he said they just called me Monday.
bro, he looked phenomenal.
They called me Monday.
You got to be ready so you don't
Yeah.
have to get ready. Stay
That's-
ready.
that's boxing.
You don't have to get
There
ready.
you go. That's the
But
saying.
Mo, I think there's two more fighters with 100% knockout rate. Virgil. and Better Beef.
Better be.
Better be.
And Better Beef.
Right.
And Subriel knocked out everybody.
Well, he had a loss.
He got a loss.
So that's to my
his knockout. Yeah,
all his wins
all
are
his
via
wins-
knockout.
He got that's 100%. That should be. That's 100%.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And he's the first heavyweight, American heavyweight. So, you know what I'm saying? Born and bred. So, it's been a long time since we had an American
Since Wilder.
heavyweight champion.
Can I just keep it
Wow.
funky on that though?
Huh?
That, it's 14.
And he's young, man. 23 years
He's
old.
still a baby.
But Big Baby, Jared, fucks with you heavy. Shakur Camp, Team Bud.
You know, him,
Team
Keyshawn,
Bud.
the businessman.
Team Bud.
Top rank boxing, baby.
No, we
Top
said,
rank
I
boxing.
said Shakur.
Team Bud,
Team
That's
Bud,
Jay
though.
Prince.
Bud.
That's Jay Prince.
But
I
who's
said,
Shakur Big?
we're not talking about Shakur.
No,
We're talking
you said
about
Shakur.
no. I said.
Mo,
we
why
know
you
his
start-
heavyweight.
Yo, you see what happens?
He's trying to bully me now. You see what I'm saying? Yo,
see what happens?
this is the
This is
showdown
the
right
show,
here.
man.
July
This is the
29th. July 29th.
Listen.
That's all I'm gonna say. The
It's not time yet.
29th.
It's not time yet, Mo.
Where we at?
Yo,
gotta
top
talk
rank.
I
like
feel
that,
that
man.
energy.
Mo, you
I
gotta
feel
talk like
it.
that.
I feel like I'm getting cooked over here. The slow smoker.
I got 60 seconds more for you, Mo. I got 60 seconds more for you. Jihad Tucker is on that card, like we just said. We
Oh, you
know
got it.
GOTE. Shout out to Team Tucker. He had a big mean fight earlier this year. Type of fights that turn boys to men. And yeah, he's right back in action. He's on the card. Talk to Jihad, man.
Yo, shout out to Jihad Tucker. Just moved up from 147 to 154. His first debut at 154. Tough fight. Went the distance. He fought one of those European Bovol type guys. No, Better Vive type guys. Just come forward
type guy,
with power, just sponging. People thought he was gonna lose that fight because he took a mean shot in the
First
beginning of the
round,
fight,
first round, he
and
got
he
rocked.
like rocked him. He showed that he got grit. He bit down on his mouthpiece, showed him I'm from New York, where it's gritty, and we're gonna get it done. And he went in there and handled business. This next fight he got coming up, the opponent is, I believe is he's 10-2. He had 2 losses. Nicholas Falas. From Puerto Rico.
Falas de Puerto
it's gonna be a
Rico.
good fight. You know what I'm saying?
Puerto King.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Fighter we
It's
don't know
gonna-
much
it's gonna
about.
we don't know
But
too
we'll
much
see.
about them,
But
but,
we'll
like,
see.
but like we said, people
don't
you
sleep
don't
on
know too
those.
much
Just
about.
flag. We know
Those are
the
the
flag.
dangerous ones. You know, if he's anything like most Puerto Rican fighters, he's gonna try to go out on his shield and go and just put all his heart into it. So it should be a good fight. I'm looking at Jihad to bring home the W. Shout out to him and his whole camp.
Shout out
Four
to the
Corners
team.
rocking with
Showtime
you.
Shane as well, man.
Yeah, you already know. Four
Hey, yo,
Corners
Jihad,
rock.
I know you calling for that Zayas fight,
That
so
I was gonna
you
say,
starting,
calling him
you
out,
starting
man.
with the Puerto Ricans, so maybe we're gonna start with this
I'm glad you brought that up, because I ain't gonna talk about it.
I didn't want to talk
I knew
about
something
it.
was going
So
on.
it's
I
cooking.
just I don't know what's going on here.
GOTE, you heard? Shout out to the whole family. Blessings,
That'd be a
man.
good
Bring
one,
home
though.
the victory
That'd be a good
Saturday
one.
night.
That'd be a good one.
Yes.
We got more action, Uno. We got more action.
What we
and
talking about? What
we
we
got
talking
love
about
for the
here?
ladies, because we always got love for the ladies.
Gotta show love to the ladies.
For the
You
ladies.
heard?
Gotta show love to
Do
the
it.
ladies.
He
you
do
know?
it for the-
Shout to y'all,
Yes, for
especially in the sport.
the
holding it
queens,
down.
man.
They putting it
The
down,
queens.
bro.
And also in the
They putting it
sideball,
down.
in hip hop also.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
They kicking ass.
Yo,
women-
what?
women
The
are up
females
right now.
yeah,
Women
they-
are up.
Tuned
Female.
in. Tuned in.
Yeah.
You know?
We love you,
I'm
ladies.
not lying.
Appreciate it right now.
Yo, Uno, this card just got picked up by ESPN Plus, man.
Just now?
This card just
Just
it will
now?
be, if you're watching on ESPN
Just
Plus,
now.
you got your joint, tune in. Franchon Cruz the Zone, defending
Oh,
her
she-
undisputed
man.
championships against
Damn.
Savannah
Yeah.
Marshall.
Oh, listen, let me just tell you.
Big Savannah Marshall.
Shout to Franchise because she's a singer.
What
What else does she do? I think she's a fashion designer. Oh man,
Her wig game lit, too.
she's listen,
Influencer.
Yes,
listen.
she is.
Fashion, hair.
Hey, listen,
All
listen.
that.
She's
Savannah,
undisputed.
listen, Savannah. She can box. She's a big girl, and she's great in her own regard.
Yeah.
But that energy, that Franchise, I don't see. I don't see it. No way.
Grit.
Yeah, I don't see no
Hunger.
way. And I
Dog.
see that leading into what?
You know who coming.
It's time, Clarissa.
The quote?
Yeah.
Rematch.
Franchon and
Rematch.
and Bo.
Because
Rematch.
I mean, right now,
Let's
as
get
far as
it.
Clarissa goes,
Who out there stopping?
like
her?
she even said in her interview, it's like these girls have to get to her. You gotta make it a reason for her to fight right now, right?
Yeah.
She holds all of the cards.
She got straps.
She got
seconds.
straps.
Teresa got straps.
She's tough.
Yeah. When we say straps, guys, we're talking about belts.
Oh,
Please.
whoa.
We don't promote violence.
Good. Yo,
We don't promote violence.
listen,
Go get the straps, man.
Man, we talk about the belts.
Yeah, no, we don't want no.
We don't want the feds raiding
We
us.
don't want no
cancellations.
No cancellations.
No violence.
No
No violence.
cancellations.
We don't want the feds rushing
That
us.
is not. Yeah.
We put them up, you heard?
yeah,
We put them
yeah.
up. We get a shake
But
on.
I'll take Franchise in that fight.
That's
It
who
should
I
be a
got.
great fight, though. I
Yeah.
think Savannah comes to fight as she always does, but I don't know if she's, like Mo said earlier, I don't know if after Clarissa, she's going to be as willing to engage. You know, I think she finally felt some power on her own hand, and I don't know.
Well, check it out, man. This one is down in Manchester, England, so the champ is going on the road. She is on the road to defend her undisputed
That's what,
championship
Clarissa
titles.
did, right?
Yep.
Franchon
Exactly
is
the same.
8-1 with
That's
2
a good
knockouts. And Savannah Marshall's 12-1 with big 10 knockouts. You know, that's what they were saying about
How once she fought
Clarissa. She's a big hitter. She's a big girl.
She is.
Don't miss it.
She is.
The ladies are gonna put on. You know they throw down. I'm rocking with
Let me-
Franchon Cruz as well, man. Bring them titles back home
Let
to
me
USA.
just wait. I gotta piggyback off this because I can't let this go. Can't let this go. Can't let this
Mo
go.
gotta get the ladies.
Can't let this
Let's
go.
go.
No, I gotta speak the facts. Love the ladies, but yo, Savannah Marshall, man, you keep getting spoon fed. Let's talk about it. You keep getting spoon fed. Stop
Let's
it.
talk
We got
about
these champs that got the straps that gotta come overseas, cross the pond to come fight in your home country or across the pond. Nah, you gotta come to the States.
No,
You gotta
the
come to
money's
the
over
States.
there, Mo.
No,
The money's over there. That's why we
The
going.
money is made when the check is cash. You can do it here. You can do it in the back alley. It don't matter. Stop going across the pond. They did it to. They doing it to these champs. She got 2 title fights. She did it with Clarissa.
That's
and she's
what
doing
bag
it.
is that? It's across the pond for the women boxing. Heavy.
We're not
Heavier than USA.
We're not excusing that. She getting spoon fed. Stop it. Because if it was the other way around, we know the truth.
Okay.
It won't happen.
But and as far as where she fights, because she's fighting the toughest joints, right?
yeah.
They
All right,
fighting
so
them.
as far as where, I feel.
But if you the
I feel you.
champ, but this is how you know.
But this is what I was just talking
But
about.
this is how you know.
Franchon
She needs
became
to be
undisputed
evaluated.
in US.
But hold,
That's where
but
she
hold on.
represent.
But hold on. This is what we're talking about. Greatness, though. This is why Clarissa where she's at. This is why Francois Cruz is where she's at. I respect it because I know.
You see, Clarissa took the trip.
Because I know if I know I can smoke you either way, I'll fight you in the back alley. if I have to.
Clarissa's
Yeah,
just
but
starting to
that's
pop
that
off the
blueprint.
market over
But
here.
it's the blueprint, and I respect what you're doing, Cruz. Because
it's a
we just talked
blueprint.
about. I respect what you're doing. You setting it up so you and Clarissa can get it on and popping.
Where we at?
But
We
yeah,
at over
Savannah,
here.
come to the States, man.
Round 13, we're going to swing it back around to the Maniac. Maniac, there's some beef over there at the Zone Boxing. It's been going on for a while. I'm frankly like,
Talk about it.
cut it
Let's
out,
talk
guys,
about
and
it.
let's get these fights going.
Who does the beef involve?
Eddie Hearn, Eddie get the Fetty, right?
And who's the
And
other
the
culprit?
Golden
Who's
Boy,
the other
Oscar
person?
De La Hoya.
Maria
Both of the top promoters at the Zone
Fishnets.
are going. Yo, bro, the Twitter beef, the interview beef is they going off, man. What's up with this, man?
Stilettos.
First of all, man, controversy is always good for any sport,
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
So whenever you get Eddie and Oscar, these dudes is entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, the
a
shit
fact.
they say on Twitter to each other is hilarious. So you know Eddie.
Yo,
you
bro.
know, he been giving the Elevate that smoke. Man, he's a
Him and Eddie got beef. Eddie got beef, bro.
Eddie,
with
he
all
walk
smoke.
around.
Smoke.
He walk around the states like his shit don't stink. He don't
Yeah.
care. He
He
ready
out
for
here.
all that.
He out here.
But regardless, those are one of the two premier promoters in the sport right now. They both have a very good stable. All I want to see is them do business together because I want to see
Yeah,
fights.
let's make it happen. Let's
That's
make
it,
happen.
guys. At the end of the day, it's make money.
Let's
Hey,
make that
I don't
grand.
gotta like you, but if I can make 10 million fucking with you,
10
you my
seconds.
man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Uno, right? Let's make money. At the end of the day, they promoting because it's about money.
We all
so
know
let's
what's
do
going
that.
down.
Just shut the fuck up and make
Your
fights.
ex, we all know what's going down.
Yo, that shit is hilarious.
Oscar sees the light.
Oh, that shit is
The light
funny,
is
man.
Uncle Al.
Oscar's talking about Berlanga. Excuse me,
And
Munguia
Oscar
Benavidez.
he sees the shift. He
The
sees the
movement
shift.
of the
When
earth?
Canelo was with Eddie, all the business is as long as he's there.
Listen,
I saw
Ain't
that shit.
directly connected, but now he's over there with Al. And now
So-
suddenly, shit, Eddie ain't.
now that you say that, I'm gonna swing round 14 over to Mo. Canelo is the big business, right? He's out of the Zone though. He's now over on PBC.
4-fight deal.
Berlanga in, Canelo out at the Zone. Is that where you see? Is that what's happening over there? Is Canelo out and Berlanga in, the next one to carry the Zone for till Canelo gets back, man? He probably, he could come back around. Could come back around 2025.
Listen,
Who's carrying the Zones, man?
right now the Zone, it look like they're gonna have to market to make him the next big face over there, because Eddie dropped the ball on that. Eddie dropped the ball on that big time. Al said, Canelo. He did the Warriors come out and play. He started clinging that 100 million. He started hearing the sound. He's like, I'm getting closer and
He got
closer.
some Warriors and he got some money for Nello.
So, you know what I mean? And listen, man, it's like this. You go from eating chopped cheese
Yeah.
to filet mignon. You don't want to go back to chopped cheese no more after you
no,
had the
chopped
filet
cheese.
mignon.
Those shit.
Listen, whoa. I know this not coming. You don't want to go back to the chopped cheese right away.
Shit
You
on
want
the cheese
to,
not the cheese of chop.
listen, man, we're not going to listen. Love chopped cheese. Come on, bro. You know I'm heavyweight.
You know damn
I'm chopped
well,
cheese.
if we 100 million, if we millionaires, we still going to the deli getting the
Of
cheese and
course,
chop.
but I'm gonna enjoy this filet mignon. That's gonna be
But not
by the
from every
chef.
restaurant.
The chef gonna let me in and say, "Look, we got the VIP table for you, and it's complimentary. Give me all the filet mignon I want." Because you know when Canelo step in there, he ain't paying for nothing.
No.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
So
it.
we're gonna stick on that side of the street, and as long as them checks is getting cashed,
I want to throw
listen.
something at Maniac and
That's
X
it.
real quick though. Just
Let's
cause
talk about it. Round 15. Uno, it's on you.
Let's think about this real quick though. What you just said. Eddie Hearn's in the position right. I think everything Eddie does is pretty much strategic. From
Yeah.
what I've seen, I think he's comfortable being the freelancer.
it could be.
Yo, I could do match. I could do.
He's
So
killing
I don't
him back
wanna
home.
I don't take too
kills him
much.
back home.
Yeah, I don't take too much from what Eddie's doing. It's these bigger. It's the Owls. It's the De La
The
Hoyas.
American, the
USA,
American.
You
USA.
gotta pay attention to them
American.
because they
USA
the
is
ones,
back.
like we just said
USA is
earlier,
back.
they're trying to count
Uncle
Al out.
Al is back.
Beginning of the year, they're like, yo, Al, what you doing?
PBC.
The next thing you know, every weekend, PBC, PBC.
bow.
Nothing heavy, but good for solid cards,
fights.
solid fights.
Consistency.
Oh, now we
That's
got,
what
guess
you gotta
what?
do.
We got Nello now, big fight coming.
Now,
oh,
pay-per-view.
guess what? July 29th, big fight. It's like, damn. Oscar's like, damn. Did I fuck? But I don't ever see. I ain't
Oscar,
never
Oscar
really
got
seen
in the
Eddie
mix,
as
and you see what the
Eddie-
numbers they did?
Yeah, but
Oscar
Eddie's
got in the mix
always
with
been
Uncle Al again real quick.
He's
See
the
the numbers
plus
they
side. He
did?
can bring you plus. But as far as I think Oscar seemed like, oh, hold on, like he's for not to say it this way, but for sale.
Yeah,
Eddie's good wherever.
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
all,
now where
all
does
these
Oscar
promoters,
go?
all these
Let me ask-
promoters
let me
need to
ask
sell
that.
with each other, though, man.
I know, but we know Oscar. He's is this a little mix up? Is it controversy to sell?
But
Maybe gas and make it seem like Eddie and
you say strategic moves by Eddie. Eddie got that Mexican English shit locked down right now, right?
Yeah,
and they
he-
making
he knows
big
how to
money in the
maneuver
He
UK.
just added a Puerto Rican.
Oscar and Al got together and hit they woke everybody up. They slapped everybody's fucking face. Look what happens when Golden Boy and Al, those were the numbers. Those are always
who
the
you think the
numbers.
mediator
This
was?
fight
for
right
Canelo?
here, game changer.
Who you think the mediator was on the humble?
I think
On the
USA
humble?
need to get back on their shit like they doing right now. Uncle Al got
Al
all the
called
boys.
Oscar. Yo, you think I should? Yo,
Let's
nah,
make the
yeah.
moves, man. Oscar and
I
Al
mean,
get back
it's-
together.
Give
When
the
you-
good
when you-
word.
when
Give
you
the good
look
word.
at-
Top Rank continues to do what they
I'm just
do.
gonna say,
I think it was two things when it comes to that Canelo move with Al, right? Of course, we could be
interested,
wrong.
bro.
This is just speculation. But it had to be two things. One, you know, Uncle Al, he's a businessman. So that 100 million, he's gonna turn that to about 400 million easily. So
Easily.
he's gonna make that return. And I think
That's
Canelo,
investment.
I think Canelo got tired of hearing you're ducking, you're cheering, or you don't fight. All right, so PBC got all the African Americans.
go.
And lined
So
up.
you know why?
There you go.
Arriba.
The
I'm going
risk
over there.
is worth the
So,
reward
there
now.
you go.
After a while,
y'all
the chirping-
talking
He
about.
was always gonna do this though.
Yeah,
man.
but
no,
now
this is always
but
the
now
problem.
matches.
No, not. But that's
It's
the
more
thing.
He cleaned house at the zone.
Right? No, yeah, we know that.
It wasn't much to
but
clean.
What did we say in episode one?
much to
It wasn't
clean.
much.
Mo,
Right, no, no,
episode
right.
1, right?
No,
Did
no,
Canelo
shots.
lose it? Right? Did Canelo lose it against Ryder?
You ready?
And what did I say? I said, I don't know until he fight another monster. And Charlo is the
Charlo's the
one.
first
I
one
don't
up.
give a fuck, even
Yeah.
with a 2-year layoff.
Layoff. He's still
gonna bring
dangerous.
it.
And he's
one
still
of
a
the
champion.
best fighters in
And
the
he's
world.
still a champion.
So you're gonna tell me that, all right, no one can argue this. Benavidez is the most deserving of the Canelo fight. It's
the biggest fight. It's the biggest fight.
But I'm just saying, not only is the biggest, he's the most deserving.
He is.
Right? But as a consolation prize, if you tell me I get Jamar Charlo instead, who's gonna say
taking
no
it.
to that?
Taking that.
Where do I sign?
It's the
Thank
way.
you.
It's the way that it was
I
gonna
know.
go.
And that's
Let's
what
talk
happened.
about
It's
it.
the way
that's
that it
what
was gonna
happened.
go from the beginning when Al offered the Charlo Benavidez deal and Eddie offered B-Ball and Triple G last year. Canelo took the B-Ball
And that
Triple
third
G. It
fight,
backfired.
still
Yeah.
question
The
mark.
one thing I don't like
Charlo
about
was
it,
always gonna be first up.
Charlo's layoff, I don't want that to be
In the
in the
streets.
end more of a.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason why he
because
lost-
his layoff is unprecedented.
It
When
doesn't
the
matter
fuck-
who he fights. He
when
can
is
fight
the-
me and you.
No,
He
no.
ain't fighting
I'm saying,
2
when's
years.
the last time? Exactly.
There's no excuse to it.
Yo, but the 2 years.
And if you coming off for 2 years,
But you know what, Uno? I will say this,
That's what I'm
right? I
asking.
get it.
You know what I'm
People
saying?
are going to use that, but
Should
he
it be?
signed.
Should it be
He
used? I don't think
signed.
so.
No, you can't, because that's like people saying about the catch weight and rehydration clause
Right.
with Garcia and Tank.
At a
So
level
if
of
you
fighter, you
if
should
you
be.
saying, nah, I don't want to hear that excuse. Is that you got to keep the same energy.
exactly.
I fuck it. He
Yeah,
had 2 years. If he wants to fight, he signed it. Let's get it smoked. That's where the money is at. You go where the bag is at, right? And that's where he's going. Charlo ain't
But
done.
let's also do this, though, because I think a lot of people are discrediting Charlo. He's still WBC champion at
yeah,
that
he got
weight
the
class.
At 160.
And
At 160.
At that weight class, 160.
Yeah.
And on top of that, give him credit, because just like Charlo trying to chase greatness, he's chasing greatness. And he ain't no B fighter. He's
no,
A.
no.
What happens if the
Charlo, yeah.
what happens
Charlo's an A fighter.
if what happens if the tables is returning and they don't turn out like people think
what
for
happens
Charlo?
if Canelo ain't
Wait,
the one like they
no,
been saying?
answer the question.
Because of the Ryder fight?
Answer the question. What happens if the tables turn and Charlo defeats him? What we gonna talk
Then
about
we have
with
a new
Charlo?
champion.
Yeah, he's
That's
the
man.
man.
The smoke.
Here we go. So we gotta
The
give
smoke
him
gets
credit
crazy.
Hold on.
because he's chasing greatness too.
Okay, hold on.
He know. Wait,
Just put some
he
shit.
knows the risk. Wait, hold on. He knows the risk that he's taking. He's Canelo's this. You think he's watching? He hears the
Yeah.
reporters.
Been chasing Canelo since 154
He's seeing
pounds,
the
bro.
newscast, but at the same time, he's chasing greatness too. And if he wants to be the man again, You got to beat the man. Now, what happens when it happens?
Bottom line.
See how you get about them Texas boys,
Let's talk about it.
We ain't talking about your man yet. Don't get hype.
Yeah, we need this. Yeah.
See how you get about them Texas boys. No, but he's
You
right.
say that
He's
as
right.
well.
He's right,
That's a lot of politics between.
Right.
We talking about the top names, the Zone, PVC. Top Rank continues to stay in the mix as well. They need to make something happen with the Gypsy King. They got the big Navarrete fight with Valdez.
Yeah, that's gonna be-
I don't
that's
know what
gonna
else
be
is coming
crazy.
behind that because
That's fireworks,
can they
man.
keep Teofimo Lopez over there? You know what I'm saying? Like
no.
things is happening. People are leaving. People are going to different
I
markets.
think he's
I
going to.
respect your
July
man.
29th. July 29th, we hosting, we back, we doing it again. It's going down
Oh,
Saturday
yes.
night, July 29th. Pull
It's
up,
fight
best fight in
night.
boxing, biggest fight, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's the welterweight
we
undisputed
wrap it up,
matchup between
and
Terrence
then
Crawford,
we get
Earl
the next
Spence
one.
Jr., Team Spence, Team Crawford, Team Crawford, Team Spence. Who you got, Just?
Who I got?
Who you got,
You
Just?
Who I got?
You talk.
James, who you
James,
got,
who you got,
James?
James?
You know who I got?
Yeah.
Spence.
Yes! Let's go! Oh! 3 on 3. Go! Get the strap now! The strap! We got the chairs. We got the tables. We need all 4 of them,
A
man.
classic.
Don't forget to
Dividing the
pull up,
room.
man. Don't forget to pull up. The drinks is rocking, the food is popping, man. The media room is gonna be going. James gonna be sniping.
Yes,
The vibes
sir.
is always good. We talking boxing.
Shout out
And,
fucking boxing right now.
shout out
clap it up,
boxing,
let's
man.
go. Let's give it up
Shout
for
out
boxing, man.
right now.
Let's give it up
Yeah?
for boxing,
Shit is
man.
going crazy.
Woo!
They delivering,
who started
man.
that? Tank.
You see it right here?
Yeah.
You see it right here? The youngsters.
We gonna see who the face of boxing
The
is now.
youngsters-
PVC.
the youngsters-
Oh, I
started
should
off.
ask this because he said this. This is the last thing, real quick.
Yeah.
He beats Canelo. He's the face.
If Jamal Charles, yeah, hell yeah, bro. Everybody
That's
talking
good.
about that man in this
Whoa!
one.
Wait,
You throw the monkey wrench?
Everybody's
just
gonna
asking.
talk about him,
No,
man.
wait.
No, no.
Just
Wait.
asking.
Whoa,
Let me
no,
pump
no.
the
Canelo
brakes.
jumps to the number 1
Let
spot.
me
Oh,
pump-
yeah.
let me
Tank
pump
jumps to
the
the number 1
brakes.
spot.
Because
I'm just asking.
Bevo beat Canelo.
He didn't become the face.
He don't become the face.
He
Charlo.
never really had a face.
I
He
mean,
never
I'm
really
telling
had a
you,
face.
what
Charlo got
I-
more of a face.
What I would say is this: he don't become the face, but he becomes
Top 10
a
boxer.
top 10 fighter.
Top 5.
When I say,
I don't know
you know
about
why?
five.
Because listen, let me say
Beat
something.
this guy. Canelo's
He's a
top
twin.
5, man.
If he beats Canelo, his brother's undisputed. That firepower as
Yeah,
far as
brother
star
undisputed.
power.
They gonna
The
be like
star
1 and 2.
power
They gonna be like, I'm 1 and 2.
With Spence in the stable.
1,
It's
2,
hard.
3.
It's-
1, 2, 3.
That's kind of crazy all in one stable, dude.
1, 2, 3. If they
No,
don't
it
can
is.
win.
But let me tell you this.
I'm just asking.
Right? I'm talking about we talking business.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the eye and us as fans, we know where we're gonna put
Pound
him if
for
he
pound.
beats
That's pound for
Canelo,
pound
hands
shit.
down.
Right.
But now let's say Charlo fights someone like Morrell next. Tell me how much that pay-per-view does.
I feel you.
Well,
Thank you.
listen.
But let me finish.
This guy's life could change overnight.
Yeah, no.
It can change. He beat Canelo.
Yes.
He got more of a face
But you
than
know
a
what's
Bebo.
next,
Yes, but you gotta listen.
The money.
What I'm saying is,
Benavidez.
he
next.
becomes not
He
in that
becomes the
sense.
Mexican Slayer.
Justin, you buying
Oh, you buying
a Charlo Morrell
He
pay-per-view
bec-
fight?
No,
No, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
But you don't
You're
know
not
what
gonna
that
know.
shit could do
No.
to this man's life, man.
It can do for him in other things. He'll have a movie. He'll come out in Extraction 3. He'll come out
feel you.
fucking
But
Little
listen,
Mermaid 2.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
let's bring out what you just brought up, though.
Now what I'm saying is, right, so
Check
now
this
we had
out.
a list, we had the lineup, right? So now, star power, naturally, Benavidez should be next. Because it's another Mexican, right?
100%.
Charlo?
Right? So now let's
Canelo
line,
doesn't
and
have
now if he's lining up,
rematch
listen,
clauses in
if
this
he's
shit?
lining
I don't
up,
think so.
maybe
I don't know yet.
he beat, I'm just saying, this is hypothetical.
Hypothetically,
He
right
beats
here.
Canelo.
Uh-huh.
Maybe in that fight, rematch clause, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
If not, he beats Benavidez or he fights Benavidez. He lines himself up to be like Floyd and when he was being De La, come out with the Mexican
you become
shorts.
cash cow.
And then it's like,
Now that
Look at
now,
Bebo. He beat Canelo and then he went and beat Ramirez, and he's chilling like this. Like
If he beat,
I ain't giving you no fight.
Now, if we get that straight, now we talking that. Let's talk about
Now
it.
that's
If you telling me you beat Canelo and then Benavidez back to back and you beat
Forget
them
it.
definitively, not no controversy like yo Charlo gave Canelo that work. Yo, the Benavidez fight was close, but he won. Oh yeah, now he coming out. His game fight
he's
night,
he's
fight
lined
night
up.
24 is
He's
coming
lined
up
up.
on that P5.
He's lined up. He's
Guys,
lined up.
That's it.
We
It's
can
up to
go
him.
all night on this
Yeah,
back to back,
yeah,
over
yeah,
and
yeah.
over.
Another show.
But
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
we gotta drop it like
We
it's
on,
hot, man.
Central Time,
We
and it's like
we like for everybody
Eastern time.
Yeah,
to like,
nah,
share, subscribe,
Now we
man.
upgraded it.
Tell
in a
a
whole
friend to
different
tell a friend.
location now.
Pull up July 29th.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going down, man.
We just flew
40
out for the
Central
show.
behind the land as well. We got a draft party coming through soon, y'all. We discussing draft parties for the motherfucking
sir.
fantasy football season. The Niners is here. The Cowboys is here. The Giants is here. The Jets is here.
Little
James
Giants.
The
Green.
little Giants.
The little Giants.
That's a whole nother
James
joint we can do
Green.
as well, man.
Yeah.
But guys,
Yo.
peace and blessings, and shout out to the whole gang all day,
Callers,
man.
man.
We
All
got
right,
another
y'all.
one coming for
Bang,
y'all
bang.
soon.
Yo, X, I told you I got you, man. This is what we do. Round one. Four corners. Four corners. Let's go. Four corners. On the second side of the ring, it's four corners. Never lazy till you sick and get crazy. Four corners. Illumination, crazy and surf. It's four corners. Like it's Brady about to blow up the mark. It's four corners. On the second side of the ring, it's four corners. Never lazy till you sick and get crazy. Four